President Trump just signed a directive to start 6G deployment to operate implantable technologies in the human body.
I was a leader on 5G getting that done, and now they're up to 6.
It's actually on the White House's website. Now, this echoes RFK's statements from earlier this year, where he said that he wants every American to wear wearable data sensors, wearables for short.
My vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
He's going to launch one of the biggest advertising campaigns to convince people to wear wearables.
D'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit.
He's calling it MABA, which means Making America Biotech Accelerate. Remember what Klaus Schwab said. First, they will introduce consumables, then wearables, which will be the final stepping stone to implantables.
Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans notre peau.
First on the body, and then in the body. Again, this is another pointer that the Trump administration is bringing in the AI transhumanist control grid with 6G and implantable technologies. President Trump.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Also, like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. And we done told you. It's always been the plan. This is the ultimate endgame scenario. Everything else has been and always will be a distraction, because they know for a fact if the people really knew what this really meant to them, and not the fact that they fear the judgment of the Lord. These people don't even know the Lord. No. It's the fact that they're about to lose all their rights. Okay? Everything that they hold dear to their hearts, the people, that's what they would be upset about, because it would be taken from them. So we live and always has been in a long period of time. This has always been the end game. This has always been what they always wanted. And everything has been called gradualism. Now I remember it just had it in my head too. Fucking documentary, man. It'll come to me again. But when this particular documentary came out, and it came out during the time when he was leaving office, and the next people that was coming in, which was Trump and Kamala, and they was bringing out facts about the Democrats. They was literally bringing out facts and how filthy and nasty they are. But what they failed to tell the people is both sides of the spectrum, both sides of the aisle are filthy. All right? QAnon, that's what it was. QAnon. And all documentaries, especially in that realm, people, you could tell all the truths in the world is the ending that really matters, right? So if your rights are taken away from you and all this other stuff, what would be the results? And I remember clearly with this QAnon shit, they was talking about the blood of Kennedy. Someone out of the Kennedy line is going to come in to save America. That's exactly what they said. All right. She fast forwarded. Who do you have in the current administration? Everybody should know. You have Robert Kennedy Jr. Okay, which he also at one point was bringing out facts when it came to the health Now he's the head of the health department, unlike that transformative Biden administration, showing the decayness of the society. But he's ahead of it. Now he's the one that's pushing full throttle to the ultimate end, which was always been the end. And people like Alex Jones and them, who was all not pro, anti-government, anti this, who changed their tone when Trump came into office, to be highly pissed off because now the same guy that you claimed that's going to fix everything, whose administration was going to fix everything, has gotten you to World War III, has gotten you to consider the one thing that nobody wanted, and so much distraction to that one thing that is going to lead to the destruction of this place. It's amazing how information intelligence has fallen so hard that the majority of people don't even realize that they've been duped, that they have been single-handedly um, lied to, deceived, and they accepted it. All right, showing how low the people are. They're in such a low level of thought. So when this thing comes about, let me get Revelation 13, let me get 13, 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which patience is synonymous with suffering. So the Lord's telling to his elect, since you kept the word of his patience, which is what? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, going out in the highways and the byways and teach with sincerity and truth. And whatever comes on you, you got to deal with it. All right. And the Lord is step by step is with you. You have to learn to accept that. You have to learn to not try to figure things out on your own, but learn to accept. This is growth. This is all part of growth. This is all part of becoming a man. Okay. And what? Patience, suffering, it builds up an individual. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So because of his attributes, the elect is going to be taken care of when that time when everybody else is going to be forced to take this, right? And they're going to be willing to take it because of whatever earthly pleasures that they desire, and ultimately them not having no sort of faith in the Lord. All right, all this stuff is going to take place. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So how is it going to come? It's going to come in a smooth like manner. All right, it's going to come in a smooth like manner, and this smooth like manner, the way it's going to display. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. People are going to be tempted. People are going to try to have it both ways. All right. And where this administration, where this guy is moving, how he's moving, he's going to force everybody's hand to take this thing. That's what he was there for. All right. The solution to the QAnon, the solution to all people's matters is that. And they're going to sell it. Oh, they're going to sell this shit. Sell it so hard. Like that's why Matthew says, Matthew 24 and Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false anointeds, false prophets, and shall show great signs. And part of that great signs is the miracle. It's the technology. All right. And so much, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So it's gonna get that close because people don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. All right. Everybody wants to think that they're winning. Like you get you go to the store and the store says this particular item is X amount of money. But you go out, you get out of it, you probably get the same item and then some for a cheaper price. And you think you're winning. But the store don't lose because the store dictates the pricing. So they know with the inventory that they have, I could get this cheaper. I'm gonna sell it here. And when people believe that they're getting a good price, just like Black Friday sales. Past couple of years, the Black Friday sales was the same goddamn prices, but what they did is put Black Friday. All right, they put the sell thing as a marker, and everybody believed they was getting a good price. And what that was called, they was being deceived. They was being deceived, thinking that they was doing good. Same thing's gonna happen here, which is Isaiah 32 and 5. It says, "The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the true said to be bountiful," which we know the word vile means sustainable, like someone you abhor that person. All right. So they're no longer going to be called liberal. Liberal meaning noble, like you're going to take everything for their word. Like Trump. Trump's promise was what? No more wars. All right. Everybody's going to have more money than their heart desires. The golden age of America. Okay. America first. All this was part of, being noble, telling people this is the route. But now people are realizing, like, nah, they're lying. They're lying to us. It says, "For the vile person would speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity." So he'll make everybody else look like they ain't shit, but in his mind, oh, he's trying to destroy everybody. That's the same thing with this guy Trump. All right, to practice hypocrisy. And me and brother Elder Bro was discussing. Um, he was basically talking about how Trump didn't said in one of his campaigns that he was not pro crypto, but now he's pro crypto. He's pro the thing that he said he would never do. He would never be I won't say responsible. He would never be this way. He would never go that route. He has fucking completely changed everything. From no more fresh wars to what I just make mention of, a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't add up. All of it because they lying. And it says because they're a bunch of hypocrisy. To be a hypocrite is to be an actor. To utter error against the Lord, to make empty the souls of the hungry. Saying the Lord doesn't exist, the Lord made a mistake. You can see the working of the devil every single moment. It says, "And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instrument also of the true are evil." So now they was dealing with the 5G. This is why there's a race in Taiwan because Taiwan has the actual material to make the chip. So this instrument, this implantation that they want to put in the people, they're gonna do about a billions. All right, this is their end game. This is their ultimate goal. So nobody stands a chance unless you're the elect. It says he devises, which means planning, wicked plans. Which I'm just gonna say what devices mean. Plans to destroy the poor in lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. But the liberal, who's a real liberal? The prophets. What is part of being liberal? We're telling you there is an exit point. There is life after America. America's gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, and everything that's being pushed right now is leading to that. So you can't get around it. And we're the only ones on the planet Earth that's saying it. All right. I've done heard everybody, well, a whole bunch of people about this whole Iranian thing, and everybody making it seem like America's still gonna exist. We're the only ones that say that this place is gonna be wiped out. Some people might think, yeah, this place may get nuked, like certain parts of America is gonna get nuked, and there's gonna be like that movie, Planet of the Apes, and there's gonna be one zone where nobody can go, but you still be in no. All of America is gonna be a goddamn desert. So if all of America is gonna be a desert, what does it lead us to? We will have to live outside of this place, and that's the one thing that they want to understand, because they're so Babylonish that they believe that there's no life after this. But our job through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to tell the prisoners that he is going to be delivered, that there is life after this world. That's what the Yahushai said to the people. All right, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's a liberal thing. So the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand, which is what? Not only tell you, remind you that the kingdom of heaven is truly at hand. All right, but this devil is gonna sell it. He's gonna sell this to the people and give them a complete false hope. Complete false hope, which is gonna lead to their destruction. And the main people that we're concerned about is the nation of Israel. The rest of them, they just gonna die. All right, season of death is upon us, and the quicker we get them to do a mandatory shipping, the quicker we get the hell out of here. So with that being said, shalom to the elected nations. Shalom.